Horsepower hobby.
Horsepower hobby. Horsepower hobby. Horsepower engines. Yeah. Keep the wheels spinning. Even when the wheels stop, I still be winning. Horsepower engines. Keep the wheels spinning. Even when the wheels stop, I still be winning. When I'm in the lobby, whoa, keep on silent. Push the pedal to the metal on my horsepower hobby. When I'm in the lobby, whoa, keep on silent. Push the pedal to the metal on my horsepower hobby.
Horsepower hobby.
Welcome back to Horsepower Hobby. I am Jay, and in today's video, guys, we're going to get started on the C5 Corvette mods, aka the Lamvet. So I told you all in the last video that we were going to start by doing some specific modifications to this thing. We're going to do the tail lights, going to black those out. We're going to do the stereo on the inside and do something as far as the wheels. I think today we're going to start with the tail lights. It seems to be the most simplistic of all of them. So let's pop these babies out and give them a brand new look. But before I get started, something caught my attention. I was going to take these out and spray these with the blackout spray as well, but let's walk around to the other side and take a look. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the Horsepower Hobby YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram. And like this video. But on this one, once again, my Ring app is going off, alerting me that I am in my yard, yeah. But so this one is, as you can see, broken. So I would need to replace this before I do any of that. So at this time, I will not be blacking these two reflectors out. But let me get the ones out here. All four of those. Need to figure out how to get this one out. This one may be okay. I believe we can get that out somehow. But I'm definitely going to start with these and try to get them out and get them sprayed. I don't have the clear yet, so the plan is to get all four of those out and go ahead and hit them with the first coat, maybe a second coat, and while it's drying, I can run down to the local store and get some clear paint, some nice clear paint, and come back and touch it up with the clear so that it'll hold that actual color. So let's get started. A long, dirty, I don't know if you can tell how filthy this is, really more dusty, but a long, dirty moment later, I have the four tail lights out. I took this apart to try to get more access to the fifth brake light here. I guess third brake light, whatever you want to call it. I think it's more so the fifth, because I believe all of these light up when you touch brakes, and this one being the fifth maybe. I could be wrong on that, but since I can't get it out, I'm just going to tape very carefully around this. I have some pretty good painter's tape here, some X-Acto knives, that way I can get it exactly where it's supposed to be. And I'm going to have to do the same for these as well, just kind of tape around them very carefully, get a good big coverage so that I don't get any paint onto the body. And well, let's begin. Let's get everything all cleaned up and of course get these lights unplugged and get them in a better place so that we can paint them and begin to paint. So I'll see you guys in just a few seconds when I have everything all prepped. And yes, I will be wiping everything down with Windex. That's the best I can do right now, because as we all know, all the stores that I've seen so far are completely out of alcohol and stuff like that that we would normally use to clean the plastics and stuff. But I think I was told rather that the next best thing would be Windex, so we're going to give it a shot. So I do apologize for all the noise that's going on. The landscapers here doing the yard, and the wind is blowing, but no biggie. I'll show you what I have going on here. I just took a box and cut out little holes, as you can see, so the lights can kind of sit down in there, and it'll kind of make some kind of, I guess, like a stand to hold these things so that I can just breeze right through. But let's get the Windex. Make sure the bottle is turned to on. Let's spray these down a little. We're gonna just go through and clean all the lights really fast. So it's not the perfect holder, but at least it holds it enough to kind of prop it up where we can spray it. So we get these all cleaned off really fast. It has no dirt and debris on it. The Windex does pretty good. Try not to touch them too much, get any fingerprints on them, but make sure we got all the Windex off of all of them. Looks good. Let's go over to the car. Kind of try to get it on just the light only. Fairly simple. And I'm using a microfiber rag, just in case you guys wondered. Try to hit that one. Got it on the body just a little bit, but we'll hurry up and get it off before the sun bakes it, so it won't do any damage. Oh, we got that cleaned off pretty good. Let's move on to the next one. The last one, yeah, we'll get it all cleaned up and it'll be time to spray. Well, before we spray, we need to tape this up. So, kind of jumping ahead of myself there. So yeah, I think the Windex does pretty good. I sure hope it does. We'll find out in due time, won't we? But let me get this thing taped up and I'll be back with you. Alright, I know it's a little loud out here, guys. Once again, the landscaper is here. The wind is blowing, but this is the tape job we did. I put this border here up so that it will protect the paint from blowing back on the back window here. So I hope it does the job. You can see we taped this up. We have the other side taped up pretty nice, so time is upon us. I'm gonna give it one last wipe down and just to make sure no dust or anything got on it while we were taping, and then I'm going to start spraying. I may have picked the worst day to come out here and do this project because of the wind and the landscaper, but I mean, we're already into it now, guys, so let's keep rolling. So far we've hit it with one coat, and we're going to allow that one coat to dry. It looks pretty good so far with the one coat. So as soon as it tacks a little bit more, we're going to hit it with the second coat. I think all we're going to do is 2 coats on this, y'all. I think with 2 coats we achieve the darkness that we like. And like I said, so far already though, with the one, it looks really, really good, as you can see. So 2 just may be that magic number. We'll be back on it in a second. We're going to lay down coat number 2. Here goes. Lay it on pretty heavy. Try not to get any runs. So far it looks pretty good. Just trying to make sure we get all the angles. I may have to come from this angle to get just that front there. And oh, my mistake, forgot to close the garage with one in the overspray on the Hellcat. So that's all closed up. So let's go ahead and finish this off. Looks really good so far. Let's hit the top of this one while we're on this side. And the wind is fighting against me, y'all. The wind is giving me a fit. Like I said, I probably chose the wrong day to come out and do this because of the landscaper. So hey, we got to get the grass cut, right? So yeah, so far the second coat looks pretty good. So far. Oh wow, looks amazing. And we may have to come back with a third coat on this one. I don't know if I got the top of that one as best as I could. And let's go for these side ones. Make sure we lay it on pretty thick. Hope we don't get any runs on that one. Looks like we may have a run on it, guys. So I may have went on too thick with that one. May have to take it really easy on these. Just go with it that way, just a couple of hits that way. Same for this one, we try to take it a little easier. Trying to make sure we get it. We may have to go really slow on these because they're hanging vertical there. The horizontal ones kind of threw me for a loop, so we may be going back with a third coat on. I don't know. What do you guys think about this one? Comment down in the comment section below. Do you think those are dark enough on these? Or do you think we should go with a third coat on these? But I know for a fact these side ones, we may have to go with a third coat on these. And yeah, unfortunately, I think we're going to have a run here. I don't think there's anything I can do about it. So other than that, I do believe that the lights look pretty good so far, but I'm thinking while we're in here, let's go with a third coat because I want them black. And as you can see right now, you can still kind of see the red kind of showing through. And as much as I drive this car, yeah, I think it'd be really good if it was just black. And like I said, I do like that light dark contrast, but like I said, check it out. I mean, it does look pretty black, but I like it a little bit darker. You can kind of see that red still showing through there. I only want you to be able to see the red when the actual light is applied, when the brakes or the tail lights are on. Here goes the third coat. Now, I do believe this is going to be our last coat here. So far, it looks really good. There's the wind fighting against me again. Bad idea, y'all, to paint on a windy day. And especially a windy day when the landscaper is in. So we're going to come back to this one last to give it just a little bit more time. Let's hit these here. Just wait for the wind to stop. Alright. The last coat on these, same here. That looks really good. Let's go around to the other side here. Okay, so yeah, it looks good. So that's the last coat of the actual nightshade. So now I need to go to the local store to get the clear so that we can cover these with clear paint. And hopefully they stay looking as good as they do. So I'm going to let this cure just for a few more moments. I'm going to slide them inside of the garage so that I can make this quick clear coat run. And when I come back, I'm going to hit it with the clear. We're going to install these things and see how it looks. So I went and picked up the clear and I'm back. I got the Rust-Oleum gloss clears, the 2x coverage, the ultra coverage. So I hope you guys can hear me pretty good. The wind is blowing, but let's go ahead and wrap this project up. So we hit the first coat with just a little light coating, And once this dries, we're going to hit it with a second coat, and I do believe that 2 coats should be good enough for this. Like I said, I'm pretty amazed with the way it looks so far. I can't wait to see it on the car. So I do believe coat number 1 is dry. Let's move on to coat number 2. So I just finished laying down the second coat of clear. Once this dries, we will pop these in and remove all the tape and see what this thing looks like. From what I can see so far though, this is the only spot that has bothered me. This light here gave me a little bit of trouble today. As you can see, it has little runs in it from the clear now. I'm not sure why, but I mean, if that's the only issue with it, I mean, I can live with that. I mean, these are perfect. So I can't wait to get these on. The other center light here is perfect. No issues there, and no issues with this one either. So I mean, I can live with one, I guess, being being messed up, but oh well. And it's really not that noticeable, especially if you're far off. I'm just noticing it because I'm close up on it actually spraying it and watching how the paint does, but it is what it is. But the next time you see this thing here in a few moments, all the lights will be in and we'll see the final product. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you want to purchase this, I'll have a link for this down below. Just kidding, yeah, just kidding. But that is a pretty good contraption. Like I said, I just stuck it up here just to prevent the paint from flying back onto the back window, and it seems to be doing the trick. Yeah, I don't see any overspray or anything. I mean, to be honest, as fast as we went over it there with the each time we went over it with the pass to spray it, it didn't get the paint a chance to be able to overspray anyway. I mean, it's just right, it's just concentrated right here to this area. As you can see, it didn't even come all the way up. This is as high as it came up on the tape, so no paint at all on the cardboard. So I would say overall, all the painting and masking and the cardboard that I did, or that I used for this project, it actually did what it was supposed to do. So proud of that. No overspray on the body of the car. I don't see anything. That's just a little dirt there. But yeah, no overspray there. No overspray there. And we protected the hell keysy from getting any paint, so everything's good. Like I said, and if you want to know what I did here, once again, I just cut the holes in here to be able to house the lights, kind of, sort of. I mean, it's not the perfect, I guess, job, but like I said, it did what it was supposed to do to be able to prop them up so they wouldn't fall over and stuff like that. So yeah, so we'll see you guys in a second with the lights installed. Time for the big reveal. Here it is. So I may have gotten a little bit of overspray there, but I can try to get that off at a later date. But overall, I mean, look at it. It looks amazing, yeah. The 4 across the back, or 5 across the back rather. I mean, that's perfect. And here's the other side. So yeah, it looks good, yeah. I mean, it totally just changes the looks of it. Just, I mean, especially from the back end of it. I mean, it's leaving me speechless, yeah. This is amazing. So I've had them done in the past. I've done some with the nightshade in the past, but I actually had one car that I had painted at a body shop, and while it was in the body shop, and I hope you guys can hear me pretty good. I said the landscaper is out. I don't know if you can see him. He's out doing his thing, doing an amazing job, so I wouldn't want to bother him. But once again, I had one car painted professionally at a body shop in the past that I also had them do the tail lights on. And what the guy did was mix a little bit of black with clear coat and sprayed it, and I had no issues with those lights fading. I mean, it was immaculate. So that's the reason why I went ahead and hit these with the clear coat in hopes that it accomplished the same thing. I mean, I do know it's not the same quality, but at the same coin, I do hope that these will kind of hold up. And I do think now that they're on the car that we did go dark enough. I think that's plenty dark. What you guys think? Comment down in the comment section below. Like I said, it did look totally different with them laying down in the place here with the sun beaming straight down on them. But now that they're actually on the car and in position, I mean, I do think that that's plenty dark. Let's get some lights turned on and see if, let's just see how dark it is once the lights are on. You know, we got to lift them up. All right, so lights on. I think the lights are on. Yeah, I do believe the lights are on there. At nighttime, it'll probably show up a whole lot better at night. Let's see. Let's try to apply the brake somehow. What I'm going to do is set you guys up right here and apply the brake and just see how well it shows. Let's cross our fingers that we didn't go too dark, yeah. Here we go. I don't know if you guys can see him. I can see him, so I guess that's good enough. I can see him pretty good, but yeah, I mean, it looks good overall. As far as yeah, and definitely at nighttime you'll be able to see these. So as far as the brakes, I'm not really sure what that looks like yet until I go back and watch the footage. But you guys let me know once again down in the comment section below. Did I go too dark? Is it just perfect? I mean, just sitting on the car, man, it looks absolutely amazing. So I'm proud of the job. But that'll be the end for this episode. Be sure to watch the next episode because we're going to be either tackling the rims or the stereo. It just depends on what the weather and all is like. I mean, we've been getting pretty decent weather. Looks like a storm may be trying to roll in now here. But like I said, just let me know what you guys think I should do next. Should I do the rims? Should I do the stereo? And also it depends on the weather. But one of those two will be getting tackled in the next video here. So do stay tuned. And if you haven't subscribed already, be sure, like I said, to subscribe to the Horsepower Hobby YouTube channel. And also follow Horsepower Hobby on Instagram to keep up with the latest. But I will catch you all on the next one.
Horsepower Hobby.
Horsepower engines, keep the wheels spinning. Even when the wheels stop, I still be winning. Horsepower engines, keep the wheels spinning. Even when the wheels stop, I still be winning. When I'm in the lobby, whoa, keep it silent. Push the pedal to the metal on my Horsepower Hobby. When I'm in the lobby, whoa, keep it silent. Push the pedal to the metal on my Horsepower Hobby.
Horsepower Hobby.